Are you hearing anything you'd like to expand?
Well, I think the question was who makes the decisions, the content, and all those kinds of things. And I just don't, I think we have to be very cognizant of the fact that 90% of the electronic media in this country is owned, operated, programmed, and controlled by conservatives. They made a concerted effort before the Reagan years that they were going to get the microphone. Now, whether you're in favor of or against or understand the fairness doctrine, it's either here nor there. But the fact is that we have conservatives on the air electioneering. Now, Fred, I totally agree with what you're saying, because the Obama campaign found a way around that. It was social networking, it was the use of the internet, and there are ways to win. But you want to know why these Tea Partiers are out there. They're basically, in my opinion, low information voters who were being propped up by the Glenn Becks of the world and told to go out and protest, and they really don't know what to be angry about, but someone told them to be angry. Now, there are roughly 450 conservative talk show hosts in this country, and there are under 60 progressives, and only a handful who are syndicated nationally. And I will be honest with you that if I owned 600 radio stations, Rush Limbaugh wouldn't be on any of them. So I think ownership is an issue. You gotta own the signal. You have to have access to the microphone. And if you don't do that, then you're not gonna be able to make an impression on those who are listening. We're no longer in the radio business. We're in the libraried, stored audio business, satellite, podcasting, iPod, the whole thing, the run-of-the-mill, it's there. It's multi-platform. I got into television after doing sports for 17 years. I was out of it for 10 years because I was doing network radio. I got back into TV because you have to be multi-platform. And I think that, as Mr. Capehart was saying about what he's doing, that's where it's going. You have got to be able to get in a position to get folks of a like thinking on a number of different platforms and get them the exposure and have the opportunity to do business, sell advertising, do commerce, pay people, and continue to be able to deliver the content. Now, in the last 24 hours, I don't know if any of you follow golf, but we're a golf family. Our son plays on the nationwide tour. We are big Tiger Woods fans. I hope he breaks Jack Nicklaus's record. And I think what Tiger has gone through is horrific. It'd be horrific if anybody in this room had gone through what Tiger went through. He is in counseling. He is in repair. He is trying to put his life back together. His life is now an open book. But yet he was a target by the #1 commentator, Jim Nantz, on a radio talk show here in New York yesterday, which I thought was horribly uncalled for. And he compared the demeanor of Tiger Woods on the golf course to how Phil Mickelson has handled himself. Tiger obviously was frustrated. He said a few words after missing a shot. But because of that, he now has become a target. Now, I wonder if that was a black broadcaster, if that's the way it would have been. What Mr. Nantz needs to realize, and he's going to hear on the Ed Show tonight, maybe Tiger Woods is pretty damn good for golf because the ratings go up when he plays. The network that carried the Masters ought to be real happy that Tiger came back and played and made it his first tournament. Instead, after the fact, after losing, he becomes a target by some corporate voice out there who does not have a background of diversity. And I'm going to straighten that out tonight.
And sometimes we say amen, go right there. So, George, you were going to say something.